made up of 40 organizations that will supposedly help Twitter develop better policies and tools for addressing abuse. Included among the advocacy groups and researchers is Feminist Frequency, one of the most high-profile targets of threats and harassment on the platform. I know a little about her. I know that a lot of people hate her. And I don't know if it's for good reason or not good reason. She was part of the whole Gamergate thing. I know that she's very critical of sexism within the gaming industry. I'm not familiar with the gaming industry. I'm not familiar with her criticisms. But nonetheless, I know that she is definitely a target on Twitter.
Yeah. Look, guys, it's okay to disagree with people without threatening to assault them, murder them, rape them, come to their house, and do things to their family members. So bring it down. So, I don't know. Safety council, is it going to work? Maybe. The internet is so wild and crazy. I don't know if anything works, right? And I don't want to limit speech. On the other hand, things where you threaten violence are illegal. I don't know if you know that it doesn't magically become legal when you do it on the internet.
Right.
Right? It's like, oh, I see how you threatened to kill that guy. On the other hand, it was on the internet, so it doesn't count.
Yes.
There's no rule like that, right? So, and you don't get to be a monster just because we can't see you. I know that you feel empowered to do that, and maybe you get off on that, right? But, okay, I understand. Okay, well, then you're on that side. You're the dick, right? Yeah. And so you think you're being cool or whatever. No, you're being a child and perhaps dangerous, much worse. So, and we don't know which one, because the guy who's an idiot, you know, in his, for lack of a better thing, in his basement, whatever, right? And who doesn't mean anything by it, but is like, oh, yeah, I hate feminists, and then he goes and beats off or whatever he does, right? Okay, you're harmless, and go ahead, but we can't tell the difference between that and the guy who's sharpening his knives as he says he's going to kill and rape you.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
You can't, look, when you're inciting violence online, first of all, you're right, Cenk. There's a huge possibility that if people find you and they determine who you are, you could face prosecution for that. Inciting violence is against the law. But more importantly, I feel like there seems to be like a pass on the internet when it comes to any and all speech, right? So I want to protect speech, but you can't create a situation where people are literally fearing for their lives because you happen to disagree with them on any given topic.
Look, there's a limit on every one of our rights, including gun rights. Okay. And including the right to your First Amendment freedom of speech. No one cares about freedom of speech more than we do. That's part and parcel of our job. We absolutely positively need it.
And women's health issues, there will be nobody better than Donald Trump.
But you still can't go into a crowded theater, to use the trite example, and yell fire, because it endangers other people. So you also can't threaten to harm other people. That's assault. The battery is when you actually do it, right? So threatening to harm someone is assault. It's against the law. And it doesn't matter if you say it, if you're next to the person, or if you're not at all next to the person and you write it on a computer. It's still assault.
Absolutely. We'll see if this works with Twitter. It seems like they're constantly trying to roll out new strategies to combat harassment on their site, but it's almost impossible to catch every single one. And the onus is on Twitter users to report tweets that they feel incite violence or go against the law.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
Or go against Twitter's policy, because they do have a policy banning that type of treatment. But I don't know. I mean, my experience with Twitter in terms of like going after harassers has been a mixed bag. So sometimes they're good. Sometimes they'll identify a tweet that does incite violence and they should go after that person. Sometimes no, not so much. They just ignore it.
Well, look, I don't know. I always am biased in favor of, because I run the Young Turks. If you run Twitter, I know you got to put some people on it, but it's a hell of a thing to chase down.
I know.
There are a gazillion tweets every single day. So it's challenging. Let's put it that way.